Hi guys, I'm back. Today I'm going to read 2 Chronicles 22 to 28, Proverbs 13, and Psalm 16. Let's get started. And the inhabitants of Jerusalem made Ahaziah, his younger son, king in his place. Now the band of men that came with the Arabians to kill had killed all the other sons. So Ahaziah the son of Jehoram, king of Judah, reigned. Ahaziah was 22 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 1 year in Jerusalem. His mother's name was Athaliah, the granddaughter of Omri. He also walked in the ways of the house of Ahab, but his mother was his counselor and did wickedly. He did what was evil in the sight of the Lord, as the house of Ahab had done. But after the death of his father, they were his counselors to his undoing. He even followed their counsel and went with Jehoram, the son of Ahab, king of Israel, to make war against Hazael, king of Syria, around Gilgal. And the Syrians were in joy, and he returned to the heel and Jezreel of the wounds that he had received from him. Make war against Hazael, king of Syria. And Ahaziah, the son of Jehoram, king of Judah, went down to C.Jun, the son of Ahab, in Jezreel, because he was in. It was ordained by God that the downfall of Ahaziah should come about through his going to visit Jordan. When he came there, they went out with Jehoram to meet Jehu, the son of Nimshi. Now the Lord had anointed to destroy the house of Ahab. And when Jehu was executing judgment on the house of Ahab, he met the princes of Judah and the sons of Ahaziah's brothers, who tended Ahaziah and he killed him. He searched for Ahaziah, and he was captured and lied or hiding in Samaria. He was brought to Jehu and put to death. He buried him, and they said, "He is a grandson of Joash, and he slept low with Lord's heart." And the house of Ahaziah had no one able to rule through the kingdom. And when Athaliah, the mother of Ahaziah, saw that her son was dead, she arose and destroyed the royal family of the house of Judah. And Jehoshaphat, the daughter of the king, took Joash, the son of Ahaziah, and stole him away from among the king's sons. He was about to be put to death, and she put him in his nurse in a bedroom. Thus Jehoshaphat, the daughter of King Jehoram, the wife of Jehoiada, and she was a sister of Ahaziah, hid him from his family, and so that she did not put him to death. And she remained with him 6 years, in the house of God, while Athaliah remained over the land. And 7th year, Jehoiada took charge and took up with commands of hundreds. Azariah, the son of Joachim, Ishmael, the son of Jehoiakim, Azariah, the son of Obed, and Maaseiah, the son of Adai, and Elishaphat, the son of Zitri. And they went out about through Judah and gathered the Levites, and all the cities of Judah, and the heads of Pharaoh's house of Israel, and came to Jerusalem, and all the assembly made a covenant with the king in the house of God. And Jehoiada said to Behold, the king's son, let him reign. As the Lord spake concerning to his sons to do, this is the thing that you shall do. Of you priests and Levites who come off Judah on the south, 1/3 shall be gatekeepers, and 1/3 shall be at the king's house, and 1/3 at the gate of the foundation. All the people shall be in the courts of the house of the Lord. And let no one enter the house of the Lord except the priests and ministers and Levites. They may enter. They holy law. All people shall keep the charge of the law. The Levites shall surround the king, each with his weapons in his hand. Whoever enters the house shall be put to death. He with the king when he comes in, when he goes out. The Levites and all Judah did according to all that Jehoiada the priest commanded, and they each brought his man, who were to go to Judah on the Sabbath. Thursday were to come on Judah on the Sabbath. Jehoiada the priest did not dismiss the division, and Jehoiada the priest gave to the captains spears and large or small shields that of 18 days, and they joined in the house of God. And he set all the people to guard for the king, every man with a weapon in his hand, from the south side of the house to the north side of the house, and on the altar in the house. And they brought out the king's son, put the crown on him, and gave him his testimony. And they proclaimed him king, and Jehoiada and his sons anointed him. And they said, Long live the king. And Athaliah heard the noise of the people running and praising the king. She went into the house of the Lord to the people. And she looked, and there was the king standing by his pillar at the entrance, and the captains and the trumpeters beside the king, and all the people of the land rejoicing and blowing trumpets, and singers with their musical instruments leading in the celebration. And Athaliah tore her clothes and cried, Treason, treason. Then Jehoiada the priest brought out the captains who were set over the army, saying to them, Bring her out between the ranks. Behold, who falls so as to be put to death with the sword. And the priest said, Do not put her to death in the house of the Lord. So they laid hands on her, and she went to the entrance of the horse gate of the king's house, and they put her to death there. And Jehoiada made a covenant between himself and all the people and the king, that they should be the Lord's people. And all the people went to the house of Baal, and tore down his altar and images they broke in pieces, and killed Mattan and raised Baal before the altars. And Jehoiada posted watchmen for the house of the Lord under the direction of the Levitical priest and the Levites, and David had organized to be in charge of the house of the Lord, to offer burnt offerings to the Lord, as it is written in the law of Moses, with rejoicing and singing according to the order that he stationed the gatekeepers at the gates of the house of the Lord, so that no one should enter who was in any way unclean. And he took the captains and nobles, and the governors of the people, and all the people, and they brought the king down from the house of the Lord, launching through the upper gate to the king's house. And they set the king on the royal throne. So all the people of the land rejoiced, and the city was quiet after the time, having put to death the sword. Joash was 27 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 40 years in Jerusalem. There is no same city or Bishop, and Joash still was right in the eyes of the Lord all the days of Jehoiada the priest. And Jehoiada got for him 2 wives, his sons and daughters. After this, Joash decided to restore the house of the Lord, and he got the priest and the Levites and said to them, go around the C.Jun gather from all Israel. I want you to repair the house of the old God from year to year. See that you act quickly. And the Levites did not act quickly, so the king summoned Jehoiada and said to him, why have you not required the Levites to bring from Judah and Judah the tax levy by Moses, the son of the Lord, and the congregation that is on for the house of the sons of Athaliah, that wicked woman, had broken into the house of God. There seized all the dedicated things of the house of the Lord for the past. So the king commanded, and they made a chest and set outside the gate of the house of the Lord. And proclamation was made throughout all Judah and Jerusalem to bring in from the Lord. Bringing for the Lord the tax of Moses, so God and Levites and the wonders. And all the princes and all the Hebrew judges and brought the tax and dropped it into the chest until they finished. And whenever the chest was brought to the king's office by Levi, when he saw that there was much money in it, the king's secretary and the officer of the chief priest would come and empty the chest and take him and return it to his place. Thus he did day after day, and collected money in abundance, and the king of Jehoiada gave it to them, who charged to work with the house of the Lord. And they hired masons and carpenters to restore the house of the Lord, and also workers and bonds to repair the house of the Lord. So those who were engaged in the work labor, and their parents went forward in their heads, and they restored the house of God, which was proper condition and strengthened it. And they had finished, they brought the rest of the money before the king of Jehoiada, and with it were made utensils for the house of the Lord, both for the service and for the burnt offering. In addition to that, incense and vessels of gold and silver. They offered burnt offerings in the house of the Lord regularly all the days of Jehoiada. And Jehoiada grew old, full of days, and died. He was 130 years old at his death, and they buried him in the city of David among the kings. Those who done good in Israel, and toward God in his house. And after the death of Jehoiada, the prince of Judah came and paid homage to the king. And the king listened to him, and he burnt the house of the Lord, God of their father, and served Asher. And the others, and wrath came upon Judah and Jerusalem for the guilt of them. And he sent prophets among them to bring them back to the Lord. These testified against them. They would not pay attention. And the Spirit of God clothed Zechariah, the son of Jehoiada the priest. And he stood above the people and said to him, thus says God, why do you break the commandments of the Lord, so that you cannot prosper? Well, because you have forsaken the Lord, he has forsaken you. And he conspired against it, and by command of the king they stoned with stones in the court of the house of the Lord. Thus Joash the king did not remember the kindness that Jehoiada, Zechariah's father, had shown him, but killed his son. When he was dying, he said, may the Lord see an event. And at the end of the year, the army of the Syrians came against Joash. They came to Judah and Jerusalem and destroyed all the princes of the people who were among the people, and returned all their spoil to the king of Damascus. Though the army of the Syrians had come with a few men, the Lord delivered to her a regular army. As Judah had forsaken the Lord, who got their fastness, they executed judgment on Joash, and they departed on it, leaving him severely wounded. His servants conspired against him because of the blood of the son of Jehoiada the priest, and killed him on his cheek, and killed him on his back. So he died, and they buried him in the city of David. But they did not bury him in the tombs of the king. Those who conspired against him were Zabad, the son of Shimei the Abner, and Jehoshaphat, the son of Shemith the Moabite. The accounts of his sons and of the many chronicles of the rebuilding of the house of God are in the story of the book of the kings. And Masi, his son, reigned in his place. And Masi was 25 years old when he began to reign. He reigned 29 years in Jerusalem. And his mother's name was Jehoiada in Jerusalem. And he did what was right in the eyes of the Lord, yet not with the whole heart. As soon as the royal power was firmly his, he killed his sons, who struck them the king's father. He did not put their children to death, according to what was written in the law in the book of Moses. Where the Lord commanded, fathers shall not die because of their children, nor children die because of their fathers. Each one shall die for his own sin. And Masi some of the men of Judah, they set them by fathers outside the command 7,000, and 100 for Judah and Benjamin. He mustered those 20 years old enough. He found that there were 300,000 choice men, faithful, able to handle spear and shield, able to handle spear and shield. He hired also 100,000 mighty men of valor from Israel for 100 talents of silver. And a man of God came to us and said, O king, do not let the army of Israel go with you. For the Lord your God, when the Lord is not with you, with all these Ephraimites, and you go out strong from the battle. Why should you suppose that God will cast you down before the enemy? The God has the power to help or to cast down. And Moses said to the man of God, well, but what shall we do with the 100 talents I have given to the army of Israel? The man of God answered, the Lord is able to give you much more than this. And then Moses discharged the army that had come to him from Ephraim to go home again. And they became very angry with Judah, and turned him fierce anger. And Moses took courage and left his people, and went to the valley of Salt and struck them 10,000 men aside. And the men of Judah captured about 10,000 alive, and took them to the top of a rock, and threw them down from the top of the rock. And they were all dashed to pieces. And the men of the army whom Moses sent back, not letting them go with them to battle, raided the cities of Judah and went straight to Bethel. They struck down 3,000 people in them, and took much spoil. After Moses came for striking down the enemies, he brought the gods of Manasseh, and set them up as his gods and worshipped them, making offerings to them. Therefore the Lord was angry with Moses, and sent to him a prophet. He said to him, why have you struck the gods of the people? He did not deliver their own people from the hand. As he was seeking, the king said to him, "Have we made your royal counselor? Stop. Why should you be struck down?" So the prophet stopped, but said, "I know that God has determined to destroy. As you don't say, I will not listen to my counsel." And then amazed King of Judah took counsel and sent to Joash, son of Jehoahaz, son of Jehoiakim, king of Israel, saying, "Come, let's look one another in the face." And Joash, the king of Israel, went to Amazing, the king of Judah, with his son on Laban, sent to a servant on Laban, saying, "Give me dwell to myself for a moment, and one piece of Laban of Lebanon passed by and trembled at this. You say, "See, I struck my hand. Your heart lifted you up and be boastfulness. But now stay home. Why should you provoke trouble so that you and Judah with you?" The amazing went on this, for it was God. And one day he might give into hand the enemies, whose did sought the gods of Edom. So Joash king of Israel went out, and he and Amazing king of Judah faced one another in Baal Bethshemesh, which belongs to Judah. And Judah was defeated by Israel, and every man fled to his home. And Joash king of Israel, when Joash king of Israel captured Amazing king of Judah, his son Joash, all of his son behind at Bethshemesh, and brought him to Jerusalem, and broke down the wall of Jerusalem for 400 cubits, from the Ephraim gate to the corner gate. He seized all the gold and silver, and from all the vessels that were found in the house of God, and the care of Obed. He seized also the treasuries of the king's house. Those are hostages, and he returned to Samaria. Then married the son of Joash, king of Judah, lived 15 years after the death of Joash, son of Jehoahaz, king of Judah. And the rest of the deeds of Amazing from first life I had not written in the book of the kings of Judah and Israel. From the time when he turned away from the law, he made a conspiracy against me in Jerusalem. And he fled to Lachish. Then he sent after him to Lachish, put him to death. And he brought him upon a horse, and he was buried with his fathers in the same day. All the people of Judah took Uzziah. He was 16 years old. He made him king instead of his father Amazing. He built Eloth and restored it to Judah. After the king slept with his father, Uzziah was 16 years old when he began to reign. And he reigned 52 years in Jerusalem. His father's name was Jecoliah in Jerusalem. And he did what was right in the eyes of the Lord, according to all that his father Amazing had done. He set himself to seek God and do his Zechariah. He instructed him to fear God. As long as he sought the Lord, God made him prosper. He went out and made a war against the Philistines that broke through the wall of Gath, and the wall of Jabneh, and the wall of Ashdod. He built cities in the territory of Ashdod. Elsewhere among the Philistines, God helped him against the Philistines and against the Arabians. He lived in Gilgal against the Midianites. The Ammonites paid tribute to Uzziah, and his reign spread even to the border of Egypt, where he became very strong. Moreover, Uzziah built towers in Jerusalem, at the corner gate, and at the valley gate, at the angle, and fortified them. And he built towers of the wilderness and cut off many sisters. He had large herds, both in Shepher and in plain. He had farmers and vine dressers in the hills, and in fertile lands, where he loved the soul. Moreover, Uzziah had an army of soldiers fit for war, and a vision according to numbers in the muster made by Jael the secretary, and Massa the officer, under the direction of Henry, and the king's command. The whole number of the heads of the father's house, a mighty man of battle, was 2,600. And under their command was an army of 307,400, who could make war with mighty power to help the king against the enemy. And Uzziah prepared for all the army shields, spears, helmets, coats, and bows, and stones for sling. And Jerusalem he made machines and manned by skillful men to be on the towers and on the courts, shoot arrows and great stones. And his frame spread far, for he was marvelously helped him when he was strong. And when he grew strong, he grew proud. For his destruction, he was unfaithful to the Lord his God and to the temple. And with the Lord to burn incense on the altar of incense. But Azariah the priest went in after him, with 80 priests of the Lord who remained and fell. And they withstood King Uzziah and said to him, "It is not for you, Uzziah, to burn incense to the Lord, but for a priest, the son of Aaron, who consecrated to burn incense. Go out of the sanctuary, for you have done wrong, and he'll bring you no honor for the Lord God." Uzziah was angry. Now he had a sense to burn incense, and he became angry with the priest. Leprosy broke out behind the presence of the priest, in the house of the Lord by the altar of incense. And Uzziah the chief priest and all the priests looked at him, and behold, he was leprous in his forehead. They rushed him out quickly, and he hurried to go, because the Lord struck him. And King Uzziah was a leper till the day of his death. Being a leper, lived in his house. He was being excluded from the house of the Lord. And Jotham his son was over the king's house, without going to keep him there. The rest of the acts of Uzziah were from first to last. And Isaiah the prophet, the son of Amos, read. And Uzziah slept with his fathers, and they buried him. And his fathers died in the burial field that belonged to the king. Uzziah, he was a leper. And Jotham his son reigned in his place. Jotham was 25 years old. When he began to reign, and he reigned 16 years in Jerusalem. His mother's name was Jerusalem, the daughter of Zara, who he did what was right in the eyes of the Lord. According to all that his father Uzziah had done, he said he did not enter the temple of the Lord, but the Hebrews still followed corrupt practices. He built the upper gate the house of the Lord, which building on the wall of he built cities in the hill country of Judah, and 14 towers on the wooden hills. He ruled the king of the Ammonites and preferred because and the Ammonites gave him that year 100 talents of silver, and 10,000 cords of wheat, and 10,000 of barley. The Ammonites paid him the same man in the second and third year. So Jotham became mighty, because he ordered his ways for the Lord is God. So, now the rest are actually Jonathan all his wars in this way. There when the book of the Kings of Israel and Judah. He was 25 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 16 years in Jerusalem. Jonathan slept with his brothers, and they buried him in the city of David, and Ahaz his son reigned in his place. Ahaz was 20 years old when he began to reign. He reigned 16 years in Jerusalem. He did not do well with the eyes of the Lord. His father David had already walked in the ways of the kings of Israel. He even made metal images for the bath, and made offerings in the valley of the son of Hinnom, in the valley of the son of Hinnom, and burned his sons his offering according to the abominations of the nation. And the Lord drove out before the people of Israel. He sacrificed and made offerings on the high places, on the hills under the evergreen tree. Therefore the Lord's God gave into him the king of Syria. He defeated him and took captive a great number of his people, and brought them to Damascus. He was executed to him, the king of Israel. He struck him with great force. Rebekah the son of Ramaiah killed 120,000 from Judah in one day. All of the men of valor, as they forsaken the Lord, the God of their fathers, and Shishir mighty men. Ephraim killed Manasseh the king. And he became the command of the palace of Elkanah, and next in authority to the king. Azar took captive 300,000 of their relatives, women, sons, and daughters. They took my spoil from them, and brought the spoil to Samaria. But a prophet of the Lord was there, whose name was Oda, and he went out to meet the army. Now came to Samaria and said to him, "You are there because the Lord, the God of your father, was angry in Judah, and he gave him into your hand, but you killed him and arranged and reached out to him. And now you intend to subjugate the people of Judah and Jews and male and female as your slaves. Have you not sinned the own against the Lord your God? Now hear me and send back the captives from your relatives, whom you have taken, for the fierce wrath of the Lord is upon you." The son chiefs also of the man of Ephraim, Azariah the son of Johanan, Berechiah the son of Meshillemoth, Jehizkiah the son of Shalom, and Massa the son of Hadlah, stood up against those who were come from the war, and said to you, "You shall not bring the captives in here. We propose to bring upon us guilt against the Lord in addition to our sin to kill. Your guilt is already great, and this fierce wrath against Israel." So that all men left the captives in the wall before the princess and all the assembly. And the men who had ventured him by the name rose and took the captives. And with spoil they clothed all who were naked among them. They clothed them, gave them stamps. They provided them with food and wood, and carrying all the he brought among them on donkeys. They brought them to the king's rock of Jericho, seated the palm trees. Then they returned to Samaria. And at time they sent to the king of Syria for help. But they might sin again in vain and defeated Judah and carried away captives. But the Philistines had made raids on the seas in the Shephelah in the Negeb Judah, and taken Beth-Shemesh, Aijalon, and Gederoth, Socoh with his villages, Timnah with his villages, and Gibbethon with his villages. And they said there, and the Lord humbled Judah because he has king of Israel. He made Judah act sinfully, and had been very unfaithful to the Lord. So Jehoshaphati built the king of Syria came against him, and afflicted him, instead of striking him. So Ahaz took a portion from the house of the Lord, and the house of the king of the princes, and gave tribute to the king of Syria. He did not help him. In time of his distress, he became yet more faithless to the Lord. The same king Ahaz, he sacrificed to the gods of Damascus that came to defeat him. He said, because the gods of the kings of Syria helped him, I'll sacrifice to them that they may help me, for they were the ruin of him and of origin. And he gathered the vessels of the house of God. He called in pieces the vessels of the house of God. And he shut out the doors of the house of the Lord, and made himself altars in every corner of Jerusalem. Every city of Judah he made places to offering, high places to make offerings to other gods, making to anger the Lord, the God of Israel. Most of his acts and all of his ways. The most locks of the whole they are written in the book of the kings of Judah. And he slept with his fathers, and they buried him in the sea in Jerusalem. But they did not bury him into the tombs of the kings of Israel. And Hezekiah his son reigned in his place. Proverbs 13. A wise man listens to his father's instruction, but a scoffer does not listen to him. For fear of his mouth, man his words go through the side, the treasure is for fun. Whoever guards his mouth preserves his life, and who opens wide his lips comes through. And soul the slow craving gets nothing, but the soul that diligent is richly supplied. The righteous hates falsehood, but the wicked brings shame and disgrace. Righteousness guards him his way as long as, but sin overthrows the wicked. One pretends to eat is nothing, another pretends to be poor, he has great wealth. The wisdom of man's life is wealth, and all poor man is no threat. The life of the righteous rejoices, and the life of the wicked will be praised. The ageless comes nothing with strength, but those who take advice aid wisdom. Wealth gained hastily will dwindle. When wealth gathers little by little will increase. Hope deferred makes the heart sick. Raise the eyes of cheerful. Whoever desires the word brings destruction on himself. Where he reverts the commandment will be rewarded. Those who know wise is the fountain of life. No one may turn away from the stairs of death. Those things with his favor, but the ways of treacherous is over. Every prudent man acts with knowledge. But a fool falls his folly. The wicked messenger falls into trouble, with faithful envoy brings healing. Poverty and disgrace come to him who ignores instruction. Whoever hates reproof is honor. His life builds sweet success, but sound with evil an abomination to fall. Whoever walks to the wise becomes wise, but the companion of fools will suffer harm. Disaster pursues sinners, but the righteous are rewarded with good. A good man leaves an inheritance to the children to his children's children. That the sinners worth the slayer for the righteous. Fall ground and the poor would yield much for you, but it's swept away to injustice. Whoever spares the rod hates his son. He loves them is diligent to and the righteous is enough to satisfy him, but the bird that wicked suffers one. Psalm 16. Present me, O God, bring in our sacrifice. I say to the Lord, you may Lord, I have no good apart from you. That's what say to my land, they have excellent ones. Him is all my joy. And the sorrows of those who run after another God shall multiply the Gentiles in my God. Oh no. Pour out, I'll take their names on my list. The Lord is my chosen portion, my God. You hold my hill, thou liest for me, pleasant place. Indeed, I have a beautiful inheritance. And bless the Lord who gives me counsel. In thy eyes my heart instruction. I set the Lord always before me, because he is in my right hand. I shall not be shaken. Therefore my heart is glad, and my whole being rejoices. Though my flesh is to seek for you will not bear my soul to shall. Or let your Holy One see corruption. May you make him known to me the path of life. In your presence there is fullness of joy, and your right hand outplays forevermore. Now that stand, I shall not do the Lord's wrath. Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses, and debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. For yours is the kingdom, power, and glory forever. Amen. See you tomorrow. Amen. See you tomorrow. Bye.